Hey, everybody, welcome in. We've got a real treat for you. Agile EM is a fantastic company. You know that. But do you know that some of their clients absolutely love them and love Adam? And we're very, very happy and proud to introduce you to two of them right now. Christy and Paul Granieri, thank you so much for coming on and just talking about your experience with Agile and talking about your experience with Adam.
Thank you so much for having us. We're very excited.
Very excited to be here. We love Adam.
Everybody loves Adam. I mean, when Adam and I were talking about, hey, could you get some of your clients to come on and just give you a testimonial? And he sent out an email, and the responses were amazing within like 5 minutes. Everybody was like, yes, we want to support you. We want to support you. How did you first start working with Adam?
Sure. We're an employment side law firm. And when my law partner and I, who's not Paul, Paul's our director of business and development and operations, but my law partner and I started with the two of us. And as our team grew, the first thing we realized is that we are not IT professionals. And sitting on the Microsoft, even though we had Microsoft Business Help Desk, was not a good use of my time because I really am not an IT expert. So as we got to our third and fourth employees, I knew I had a problem. At that point in time, I was a member of a networking group called BNI, and one of the guys in my group had met Adam, who was a member in a different BNI chapter. And it was one of those so organic, quick email. He's like, hey, I'll be up at your office, no problem. Do you have time on Tuesday? Let's go out for lunch. And the turnaround time for him to come to our office, to look at our setup, what we had going, and come up with it was a quality what you can do next without an oversell. It was like, hey, let me help you. Let me help you help yourself. And I just appreciated how easy and how it was non-salesy. And that's what I needed more than anything.
He's very altruistic.
Exactly. Like, he's like, you're doing this wrong. And even if you don't work with me, I'm going to fix this for you anyway. But I want to help you. And at that point in time, I mean, we were a fledgling law firm. Taking on the costs of something like managed IT was a little scary. I'm like, am I going to make payroll? We're getting our feet underneath us. And he was like, let me do this. I'll do that. Let me cut this here. I just want to work with you guys. And we're like, hey, I want to work with you also. And I think that was maybe start of 22, something in that neck of the woods. So
you guys have been together for about 3.5 years now.
Yes, exactly. And he's been with us as our firm has dramatically grown since our first meeting to present, adding even people international, half our team is offshore, and adding those complexities that come with a tech-forward law firm with people all over the globe. He has really not just exceeded expectations, he's helped us come up with the plan. I don't know what to do, Adam. How should we manage this? And it's not, I don't know, it's okay. Here's option A, here's option B, and here's option C, which has been amazing.
And Paul, what has it meant for you on your side of the equation?
It's been tremendous. I come from a legal software background. That's what I did before joining on with Christy and Greg. And having someone like Adam, it doesn't feel like he's managed IT. It feels like he's a part of our team. It feels like he's an employee. With Adam, I love that when he and I come up with something that should be done, or he comes up with an idea that should be done, it's never 80% done. It's always 100 to 150% done. He's a master in his craft. And if I have an idea, like for instance, I wanted to start a newsletter for the firm, which required a lot more on the back end than I imagined it would. Adam worked with me. Adam did a couple things he had never done before and became a master of those within a couple weeks. His mind works in a great way, and he's a very valued member of the team. And I can't reiterate enough what Christy said about the onboarding of folks internationally and making all that as security compliant and everything compliant as possible so that we don't have to think about that.
So what I'm hearing is that collaboratively, it's seamless.
But I think the other thing that I love about Adam, again, we got a lot of tech platforms that need to work together. I put him on emails with the vendors or with our like third-party vendors or with the program itself, with our SEO team. He works directly with them. I don't need to necessarily, I don't know the nerd speaks, and I love the nerd speaks, and that's awesome. But when you use technical stuff, jargons and whatnots, means stuff to the people that's their world, i.e. Adam's world, means nothing to me. So what I appreciate is I don't need to be part of the conversation because we have such a great trust back and forth. Adam, here's our problem. Please work with vendor, whatever. You all solve it together. If you need me to thumbs up, thumbs down, give you a verification code or whatever, please let me know. But like, I don't need to sit and handhold the conversation of stuff I literally have no clue what the hell they're talking about. So I'm not helpful in the process anyway. And I really appreciate he will help and take that ownership of completing that project, as Paul say, not just 100%, but oftentimes like 110, 120, because along the way, he's like, hey, what if we tweaked it, do it this way, and that'll be even better for you guys in the long run.
So not only is he taking care of all the technical things, but he's also making suggestions. He's making improvements. He is really, as you said earlier, a member of the team and looking a couple of steps ahead to help your firm be more successful and be more efficient.
Perfect. Exactly. No, he's looking, and he takes, and no surprise, because we love Adam so much, we referred him to some of our friends, some other people that we know. And so this isn't like an isolated, oh, he just likes us and he's, treating us better than others. That's been the feedback that I've gotten from other law firm owners or I guess they're all, and companies to which I've referred him to, is really this 110% and like helping you run a better business. Because in theory, you should be focused on what your folks, whatever your thing is, you should be focused on that. IT should be, you need it, it's there, but that shouldn't be what you're spending your day-to-day working on. Instead, when you have someone like Adam, he takes that stress off of you, which I really, and his team, Novi's now joined him, and he's got a couple other folks that he works with that if he can't do it, he's got trusted people around who will jump in and get the problem solved.
What is an example of a big challenge that your firm had and that Adam just took care of it without even a second thought and without you guys even having a stress in the world about it?
So I got this one.
I have a couple examples. We both have a lot of examples, as you can tell.
The move. We had to move our physical office. The start of 24. Oh yeah, it's only about a year and a while ago. We did a full move, physical office to another physical office. New physical office needed a lot of love. He did everything from managing like cabling, so our whole office had to be hardwired, to setting up our server, to dealing with the construction crews that were in there doing remodel. I mean, he helped and had other folk pull more wire, told us where to put plugs, where to do things. So not only was he was like a construction manager on top of getting to do IT stuff. And I'm sitting there just being like, I literally have no clue what is going on, and thank you.
Jack of all trades.
It's great. We're the best
and
internet
a master
ever.
of all.
I've got a good one too. This is very recent. We switched our phone systems to a company called Dialpad, which we're loving so far, from kind of a legacy older one. And with that, as we'd mentioned, the firm's grown. We have intake staff in Mexico and South America. We have people in the Philippines. And as I was finding the right phone company with the analytics I wanted and all that stuff, Adam thought ahead of me and made sure that all the IP routing and all that stuff on the back end would work for these phone systems across the world. So that when we went live with this new phone system, which I love for all the, again, analytics, cloud aspect of it, Adam had already had us set up with these data centers throughout the world, so that when we turned it on, it was on immediately. For me, I would have waited. I would have had to react. Not with Adam on the team. Didn't have to think about it.
Paul, when you have the knowledge and the experience that you do on the software side of things and the technical side of things, sometimes it can be very difficult to work with an outside vendor who has a similar background as you. Sometimes there's a lot of clashing. Sounds like you guys are just completely on the same page all the time.
We absolutely are. And when I was in the software industry, I was on the front end. I was on the sales and business development side of the house. I have tremendous respect for the people that write the systems, that write the code, that really know how they function. And I think that's how Adam and I work so well together, is I can come to him with, hey, Adam, I've got an idea. I want to implement these 3 new systems. And he can kind of reel me back in and say, let's make sure that, the bricks are built properly before we start shooting for the sky with these things. And I really need that in my life. And I have a lot of respect for that.
He uses the word no well. Like, I want to do this. And it's like, ooh, let's think about that.
Yes.
And that's a rare trait from a vendor, right? Because oftentimes they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. And that's not always good for your business.
Oh, God, no. No. I mean, again, this is the idea of putting your interests first and being there to help you help yourself.
And I'd be remiss to mention Adam's knowledge of security, of IT security, is second to none of anyone I've ever met in my life. So that as we have these grand ideas that I mentioned, I don't even have to think about if they're going to be security compliant, because I know he's got that box checked in bold, italics, underlined, everything. So that's great peace of mind for us.
No, and that, to that effect, again, having people, especially offshore, right now we happen to be on vacation. My computer can travel with us wherever, and he has like this one, whatever software that he really wanted to do, because it's not just like a protective dome over our physical office. It's like each device and these sorts of things. And he does scare me at times because I think everyone's trying to steal all of my stuff, but it's probably to be, he comes back from a security conference, gets very excited about how we need an extra layer of security on things. And I mean, truly, he's added and changed a lot of our security protocols, obviously with, we talk about it, but these aren't additional charges. It's things that he, as the vendor, like he has his own licenses and he can give them out to his clients. So it's not like, a la carte, okay, here's the this, and here's the that, and all of a sudden your whatever fee has now gone up a gajillion dollars because he's nickel and diming over various programs that he thinks you need. So that's a part that I really like. It's you know what you've negotiated with him, you've come up with a fair whatever, and within that system, he's going to take care of you.
Well, you always know that there's value in what he is offering, and he's not taking advantage of you. Sounds like he's a phenomenal partner, but I think he's also become a friend.
Oh, 100%. No, he's coming. We're onboarding a new employee in the office on Monday, and like he knows that he has to come. We all do lunch. Oftentimes, he'll be at our office at like 8 a.m. on Monday, and more likely we'll do lunch and dinner together because he'll just come and hang out. We have a big conference room that if he's in the Pasadena area, he's like, hey, can I work from your office? Always available, because that's he's fun to have around. He's fun to chit chat. He's fun to kick back and have a beer with too, just because it's like you get to know your people. And especially when you're picking an IT person, I mean, his access to our information is real. So, I mean, he can get into stuff I don't even know how to get into. So there needs to be a trust component. No, this is, we want him to be part of the team. We want him to succeed in his own right. We love how he helps us succeed. And then at the end of the day, as I say, it's fun to kick back, have a beer, chit chat about life, what you're doing, what's happening, and have Adam, the person, also be part of the team and not just Adam, the IT guy that manages and handles stuff for us.
And I want to mention one other thing for peace of mind's sake. We have a Teams chat channel with Adam. We can email him and all that. If I really need the guy, I pick up and I call his cell phone and he answers on the first or second ring.
No.
What else can you want?
I think that is an absolutely perfect place for us to wrap up this conversation. If you have any IT or security questions or needs, Agile EM and Adam are absolutely the company and the individual to work with. You heard it from Christy and Paul, and I don't think anybody could have said it better. So we're just going to wrap it up right there. Christy, Paul, I'm Bruce. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks.